Hey, I'm like trying to get there we go. I'm Amanda, by the way, so it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, I like your pins on your jacket.
Thank you. My shirt is like bunching and I was like shoving it. I was like, just go back.
What
What
are the
are
pins?
um this one is Elvira.
Oh, cool.
One this is it's a mashup of George Costanza and it's Danzig, so it's a Costanzig. This is my friend's band called Republican Sex Blanket.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
This is Sleepaway Camp and the Silver Shamrock from Halloween 3, and then my other friend's band Wet Denim.
Nice, nice. I know I recently just put I had gone to like this like Super Bowl parties and they gave out these pins and I was like I put it placed it just like where you put yours. That's why I was like, "Oh, those are cool." They look
I
cool.
have so many.
Yeah.
It's I have an
Oh,
addiction
nice.
to
Nice.
well, because like sometimes the guys like because this is the band that I shoot for and they're my friends. So my friend was like, "Where's our pen?" I was like, "It's on my other jacket. Calm down." All right. So thank you for talking to us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So tell everybody who you are and about who everything about you.
Hi, I'm Ashlee Keating. I'm a pop artist. I'm originally from South Jersey, New Jersey. Not Jersey Shore, but Jersey Shore. And I am, yeah, like I'm a rising pop artist that I also do a lot of content creation, actress, dancer, model, all the things. And yeah, that's me. I
Some of
can't.
the things that people might know you from would be
Yeah, I was on Radio Disney and the incubator program. I've been on Broadway. I played Gretel in The Sound of Music with Richard Chamberlain and did the Broadway production and the tour. And I've been on Star Search, CBS Star Search. Um, I have two top 10, or no, sorry, not two top 10, a top 10 Billboard charting song, and have had two songs in the Billboard charts. My gosh, I can't even think about everything right now. But those are, just a few things.
that's awesome though. I mean, you have a pretty extensive list of things that you've done, and I think just looking up your name, I mean, it pops up stuff all the way back to like what 2013,
Yeah.
pretty actively. And you've been in what parades and for a lot of holiday stuff. Is holiday? Are you into holiday themes, or has that just kind of been where a lot of stuff has landed so far?
Yeah, it's funny. I obviously love the holiday season. So I just love Christmas and it really started from me just kind of doing like covers and like a remix of, some favorite holiday songs. And I was like, oh, might as well put it out. And then it just kind of like turned into something that I didn't really expect, where people really like it. And I've been fortunate enough to do a lot of great Christmas performances on TV and holiday events and things. So it just kind of came out of nowhere. And this year I decided, I wanted to do a new Christmas single that was an original. And it's probably one of my favorites now, obviously. And yeah, it's just kind of become a thing. I don't know. I wasn't really planning it.
That's cool though. I was watching the behind the scenes for the making of your video. Do you have any cool memories or like a favorite part of making that video?
Good question. It was all fun. I think making the TikToks were kind of funny behind the
Yeah,
scenes. I put a lot of those up on my TikTok actually. I just did some fun stuff. I really loved my outfit. I thought it was so fun and cute and
it was.
giving holiday vibes. But I think that main shot that I did that was kind of like overhead, it was like the last shot that we did that turned out incredible and it was kind of random, but I loved how we had like the ornaments and the Christmas presents around me and it was like a collaborative team effort, but we really made the best of it and it came out amazing.
Sure. Yeah, you had some great angles even for your behind the scenes shots. I was very appreciative of that. I like I said, I do photography, so it was really cool.
Oh, cute. Thank you.
And also the outfit was very, very cute. I love Christmas too. I love
Yeah.
Halloween the most, but I also am a sucker for Christmas. Don't tell anyone. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes,
Um,
it's like it just
I
feels like a
yeah,
good year, you know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, it's
yeah,
getting cool down, and like you decorate and like all the things.
yeah. Which it's kind of cute too, that you got like selected by Coca-Cola and they're known for Christmas as well. You did a thing with them, didn't you?
Yeah, it's funny you brought that up because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna mention that, but like also like I should mention it. It was and then you brought it up, so there you go. Yeah, no, that was another thing that was so random because it was basically I got chosen as a songwriter, and I did it with a collaborative team, and we were like, oh, let's just try it. Like we had to write it about it's 52 songs of happiness, so places that would make you happy. And it was a competition actually. And I was chosen one of 52 artists from around the world for Coca-Cola. Oh my God, your cat. I love it. Um,
Is a miss.
and yeah, it was kind of crazy because so they like had a list of things you couldn't discuss, like that were like, you would choose somewhat, but it couldn't be basic. You had to be really, really creative. And so I thought, oh, well, I just love like ice and snow and I love the holiday season. And that's really where it manifested. And that was my first kind of Christmas song, but like I didn't even plan it. Like again, I didn't really plan it. And I was like snow and ice. And then we called it Ice Kingdom. And then we just kind of talked about the holiday season. And then, Coca-Cola, it's crazy because yeah, they're all about the polar bear and, and it just kind of, it wasn't planned, but it came out of nowhere and worked out well.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh,
I read that you broke a box office record. That's pretty cool.
for Annie?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I was like, wow, that's a throwback.
I mean,
Yes.
that's still awesome.
Huh?
I said still awesome. Doesn't matter how old it is. It's an accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely I mean, like I've done so much lately that like things are blurry to me, but like certain moments stand out. But it was incredible because yeah, like we sold out like all the shows and it was amazing. It was amazing. And I remember like going out and like signing autographs after. It was so cute and yeah, it was I love the Walnut Street Theater. It has a special place in my heart for sure.
Nice. Um, did you got to do some iCarly Victorious stuff? What's that about?
Yeah, I wasn't really like a main character, obviously, but like it's funny because I just like appeared in some of the scenes but just being on set, with everyone is so magical. And I loved Nickelodeon as a kid and to just be,
Yeah,
you know, was really, really cool. And I always loved comedy. But yeah, I had like a very small little, not like a huge role or anything, but it was definitely amazing just being a part of you know,
sure.
yeah, and it's funny because fans have found me like in certain scenes and like sent me pictures and my hair was darker at the time a little bit and it's just so funny. It's like throwbacks. I'm like if y'all ever see it, you might not even recognize me, I don't know, but the real ones know.
And you did movies in between your
Yeah.
pop.
This Christmas season, you can make your own magic when you join us at the Strand Theater for these Christmas classics. Elf, showing 11:29 and 12:13. Polar Express, showing 12:07. A Carpenter's Christmas, showing 12:08. A Christmas Story, showing 12:13. A sing-along Christmas barbershop style, showing 12:15. Only at the Strand Theater, located at 215 South Harrison Street in Shelbyville, Indiana. The Strand, where we make movies magic.
Um,
And
I definitely want to dive more into like film and TV as well, like in the future. I think, I've developed like an even greater respect and love for it. And yeah, I've done some smaller things. I was a lead in this independent film called The Mint. And it was a really fun movie actually because um a lot of the scenes we shot like in a log cabin, like in Pennsylvania. And I played this country girl, so I had an accent. It's a really fun character, and she played like I played guitar. So I was kind of like a little different from there's parts of me, that lived in that character for sure. And I loved being able to play it. But yes, I did play a lead in that movie. So you can watch it like on Amazon and like, I had dark hair during that as well.
Fun.
Oh, yeah. She's from
Okay.
I think she's from Tennessee. Yeah, small town in Tennessee or something like that. But it's been a minute since I've actually watched the film, but yeah, that would definitely bring back memories. But it was really, really fun to do that. And I would love to be able to play some more leads in some films in the future very soon because I enjoyed every minute of it.
Do you like watching back when you do film and TV? Because I know a lot of actors and actresses say that's not really their thing.
Well, it's funny. It depends on your mood, to be honest. I have to be
For
real.
sure.
Like you could be like, I don't know, I want to watch this right now. But I really enjoy it actually. I think it's just funny because it's like when you look at yourself like from middle school and you're like, what was I wearing? Like, why do I look like that? And but I really enjoy it. I do really enjoy it. And I think, flip-flopping characters and like people that it's great to go back and relive those moments and watch it. I have definitely watched it a few times and it's just yeah, I like to watch myself, but sometimes I'm like it just depends on your mood.
Yeah, for sure. I think I go back sometimes and like look and I'm just like, I'll just delete this whole episode. Like, what am I doing? I don't know. Especially when you have the power to delete it, then you're just like, oh God, get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
You
it's
have to
funny. I feel like
think.
Sabrina Carpenter was recently spoke on some stuff, like as she's grown up in the industry, like with her music and everything. And I was like laughing because she's like, "Oh my gosh, if you listen back to my albums, I'm like, don't listen to that." Like she. So yeah, I mean, there's a part obviously of yourself that you're like, "Oh my God," like you
Yeah,
know.
I had another writer that had I was reading something that they wrote and they were talking about the MTV, archives disappearing and they were saying that basically like, well, they were okay with it because that was back when they didn't know the rules of writing and it was like, no, really, it's probably okay that those don't exist anymore. And I know I was like looking back at some of my early articles and I was like, yeah, maybe probably okay if they no one read these, it'd be fine. Oh
Yeah, it's all
gosh.
part of the process, right? So, it's
Yeah, yeah.
part
That's
of
how you grow.
in a way it's like cool because it's like, oh, me growing up, in front of the camera and like being able to reminisce and go back and like someday show more family. And yeah, it's cool. It's kind of a cool thing. If you look at
Yeah, well, you can't really learn the rules like if you don't like break them. It's like backwards, when you're doing stuff like this. It's like you have to break the rule to learn that there was ever a rule because no one's sitting there telling you what the rules are. It's like, it's so different. So it's backwards. Um, I noticed that when you were talking about your new song, you kind of were saying like, oh, if you like Mariah Carey's Christmas song, or if you liked Ariana's, you might like mine. Was that by design? Do you really is that like your goal? You really want people to be jamming your song 25 years from now every Christmas? Like that's yeah,
100%. But honestly, like those were my two references. Like when I did go in the studio, I was like, kind of these are the vibe. Obviously, everyone always wants like all I want for Christmas is you. You know what I mean? That is
sure,
like the Christmas song. She's the queen of Christmas, and I'm
yeah.
obsessed um during Christmas.
You got
But
to thaw her out every year.
yeah, so like, but the reason I just love like melodically, where she goes. I think she's an incredible vocalist. And so I love that. And it gave a little bit of the Christmas vibe in the production. It's pop, it's like pop R&B. And the same thing with this song. I really wanted to do more, like dive more into like the pop R&B vibe and vocally show, my vocals and then the Ariana song was just a really fun, like it gives that current vibe, and it's a little sexy too, like Santa Tell Me, and that's kind of, I'm like, if you like those two songs, you're gonna like this song. So
I like it. I also think it has a bit of a Santa baby vibe, if that
Ooh.
were like a, like a modern Santa baby vibe.
She's right on.
Yeah, because you had that, like, you know what I mean? It was like that sass of like, I like, because that
Period.
was so almost risque at the time to be like, and women now, we have to remind ourselves to be powerful, and that we can, say the things that we want to say and not let people take that from us. And I think in
Someone
music especially.
someone recently said to me, they're like, because I was like, I was scared to put it out, like I didn't know like
Yeah.
what conception, but people are loving it, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But someone said to me recently, they're like, girl, you're just speaking on what all of us would have wanted to say. Like you just had the confidence to say it.
Yeah, see, you're talking for all women.
That's a good point. I never, but thank you. Like I'm honored.
And yeah, when they look to you and say, I want to do what you're doing, what kind of advice do you give them?
Really just genuinely be who you are and live in your truth and live in who you always like wanted to be and who you see yourself being, and be confident. And really, I mean, really it's all about authenticity and not being afraid to be yourself. And I've always been a little bit extra, that's what my song Saucy, like my song Saucy manifested from that, because I'm like, girl, you're saucy, like, and just do you and express that, and don't allow someone else to dim your light. Just do you, boo. That's literally all you can do.
And I kind of feel like the sauce are all ages, or, well, don't you? Is that wrong?
Yeah, yeah. I really want I have a very diversified fan base,
Yeah.
which is amazing. And so yeah, I mean, I want all ages, races, to feel like they can relate as much as possible.
My
But then
cat over here shaking.
like, okay, yeah, you never know what's gonna come out. You just never know.
That's awesome, though. I think that, again, like going back to speaking, for women, it's nice to just see that there are more artists that are coming out that just aren't afraid to just be themselves, and really just be, you know, open about their sexuality and about their womanhood, and just, and also I read that you are, openly supportive of LGBTQ, the community, and you did some work as well in within the community.
I've done a lot of like performances. I've done some prides. I did Atlanta Pride last year, and I love to work closely like with any philanthropy involved in that community, and just be a true like ally and activist and spread that love and positivity. And I have, members of the LGBTQ community in my family, so it's very close to my heart, and they're a huge part of my life, and they spread so much joy and love and life, and that's another thing. Like I feel like a lot of people part of that community feel like they have to dim their light a lot of the time, and that's so wrong.
Yeah.
And and I feel like I always want to be that positive person through my music to speak to them and to have them feel like they are inspired to be whoever they want to be. And yeah, there's just, I have a lot of fans in that community and also family members. So it to spread that, message is so important to me.
Well, thank you, personally, from all the women, and also, I'm an ally and supportive, and I have all the reasons to be, because I have family that is
Um,
also part of the community. And yeah, man, I think it's awesome what you're doing, and I'm super excited that you took the time out to talk to me about all of it. What's next for you?
Oh, I have a lot coming. I can't speak too much on what's happening right now. I wish I could say more, but I'm already gearing up for next year, and I'm just very, very excited and can't wait for, my Keeters to see more.
What it tell me one more time. What that's what you call your fans?
Oh, Keeters.
Oh, I
They're
love it. That's cute.
yeah. Well, it's so funny because they named themselves. So
Love it.
yeah, I was like, at first I was like Ashley Naders, and then they were like hashtag Keeters. It's Keators. Um, which I don't know where they came. I love it. It's like half of my last name, but like I don't know where they came from, but it's so cute. And
I
so that it is.
adorable.
But yeah, so I'm just excited, but we're just such a growing family to see it grow every day and month and it's crazy. So I'm excited for more to come next year.
Okay. So the latest thing then that or the newest thing that people can find of yours to check out so they can kind of see who Ashlee is your music video that came out last week, right?
Yes. Yes, it's my video for my new holiday single called Nice and Naughty. And yeah, it's just like super fun. It's just of me like with presents and ornaments and being cute and festive and being a little sexy too. And it's just fun. So yeah, that just came out and yeah.
Yeah, and that's that same one that we talked about in earlier where she was getting the cool shots. And we can find it on YouTube.
It's living on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ashlee Keating, ASHLEEKEATING. Yeah, and it's on there.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to let our audience get to know you and for answering all of our little silly questions. And I'm excited to watch your career blossom because you are very talented and I like all the things that you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I'm excited to share all the things coming.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, super nice to meet you.
Yes, you too. Happy
And
Thanksgiving.
yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Bye.
Bye.